Alpha League of Legends Championship Series. I am your streamer slash play-by-play caster, Fudgy Ditters. And with me is Opie, giving us the colors of the day. Opie, how you feeling after that last game?
I feel blue.
Blue.
Blue for team use for U6.
An interesting color.
That is the color. More of a shade of cerulean, if you will. Which is a shade of blue.
I tend to agree. That's a very nice shade of blue there. Shortly we'll be beginning the pick ban once again. Hopefully we're all in the same board, but we'll find out.
Maybe we'll put some happy little trees on this rift, and maybe we'll see a Maokai.
A Maokai, yeah, or an Ivern over there.
That is a very happy little tree.
Would be quite excellent.
Alright, we are in pick bans now.
Uh-oh. It looks like I'm in the wrong pick ban board. One moment.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
So, the first ban from Universe 6. Universe 6 bans Tristana. And then
I'm in both
Butt
boards.
Johnson, tuna-flavored ice cream showdown bans the J4 away. Kaisa is the next ban.
Kaisa, I see.
Kaisa, dude.
The stream can't see, but I see.
Oh, how wonderful.
Sorry, stream. You're going to have to listen only to Opie now. Paint the colors of the stream.
The next is just a darker shade of white in the Volibear ban. And it's
Opie,
not
would
gray.
you slide me that link?
I'll slide it into your DMs.
Oh, thanks, baby. Oh, I have it.
There you go. And then the Swain ban comes out. A slight adjustment for Universe 6. Did not want to see the Swain again. Definitely was not super effective in the early game, but in the late game it had its zoning potential.
Yeah.
So I think it definitely worked in its sense.
Yeah, Swain's definitely one of those picks that really paints the rift with the color red. We see a lot of destruction coming out of that Swain, a lot of anger. But we won't be seeing it this game. We want a nice, happy rift. And we see the Kayn ban, again, one of those anger champions we don't really like to see on our rift. Really disruptive to our kind of feng shui we got going on. And Universe 6 is up with the first pick. Looks like their first pick is a happy little girl, Annie. What do you think about that one?
A very happy little girl, but she does have her anger inside that can be manifested. Sometimes you just need to have that throw a little fire in there.
Annie always be spitting fire. That is for sure. Okay.
Maybe we'll see a Namumu because without the sad times, you don't really know what it means to be happy anymore.
That's true, but instead we'll see the Morgana. Another very sad story from the rift. She got kicked out of heaven or something. I don't know exactly what Morgana's lore is, but she's like Kale's sister or something like that. Very sad, very sad. Sad champions.
I feel much turmoil within her soul.
Yeah, Zaya coming out. Again, one of those champions that really shows love on the rift,
Yes, very faithful, very full of love.
Very full of love. And
Yes,
those are the two
very
picks
much.
from BJS. I'm rather surprised to not see the Rakan coming out from BJS, but I guess opting for Morgana is a stronger pick in some cases. Gert's gonna decide on that Thresh and the Skarner from Universe 6. Skarner being the last of his kind, and again, very sad champion.
Oh, and by the way, we did have some role switch ups here. So Menbung is back in the jungle, Gert is back on support, and Juice Me Ashin back in the mid lane, and then we see Jabberman Kurtz and Panic at the Top Hat switch. So Jabberman Kurtz is in the top lane, and Panic at the Top Hat is an ADC this time. And then we also had a switch for BGS. Everybody switched roles. Detective Cone, who was your former jungler, is now in the top lane. It's a Bison is going to be your jungler. Zorpox, your mid laner. Front Lash is going to be your ADC for this round. And then Spooped, playing support. I believe they all switched to secondary roles for this match at this point, because I don't believe there are any more playoff implications for Universe 6. So I think things might just be a little bit more for fun at this point.
Yep, BJS picking up Rengar for the jungle. I forget who you said that was, but Rengar is a pretty
It's
strong
Bison.
pick. It's Bison. So
It
Bison
that also may be for Detective Cone.
could be.
Detective Cone, while he used to be a jungler, is definitely known for his Rengar play. So we may see that in the top lane as well.
Looks like everyone's just banning those unfun champions. Malzahar getting out of there. BGS doesn't want to see some of the purple void guy anymore. No purple on this rift, except for maybe Skarner.
And Morgana. Morgana does have quite a bit of purple.
Oh,
as
very
well
true.
as Zaya. Zaya does have quite a bit of purple as well.
You know,
But other than those four.
Yeah, like half the champions on the rift. Rakan getting banned. They don't want to see Zaya Rakan. They don't want the Morgana to flex mid with the Rakan support, so getting rid of that makes a little bit of sense. It's late. It's like 12:30 for me, so this is gonna be it's hard to keep up this relaxing stream.
Oh, the stream's so relaxed.
I'm
Happy little thoughts.
I have
Happy little voices.
lo-fi hip hop songs to sleep or study to. Play it for the stream.
Once again, the Zyra and the Sejuani bands come out. Very, very similar.
Yep, we don't want any of those champions. Not a lot of fun.
No funny business here.
Absolutely. Let's see what's going on here. Lo-fi, yes, lo-fi. Lo-fi hip hop. Or low fidelity. Yeah, I would like a pick maybe to come out.
When it is time.
When it's time.
The pick will reveal itself.
I was giving them a little bit of a countdown here for the so that the stream can maybe pick up a little bit. The Lux, the light mistress of the Rift. Jin being picked up for UVI. Some more long range abilities. The kind of the long range abilities of the Lux and Morgana. A little bit of CC from the AD. Everyone kind of likes that. Juice Me Ashin with the final pickup here. Scion. Once again, Scion, a very popular champion in this March Madness split. Madness.
Yeah. And Jin has such artistry.
Artistry. For this artistic stream. Diana being the final pick for BJS. Another tragic story, similar to Morgana. Kicked out of her family for liking the moon more than the sun. I mean, come on.
Without the yin, there can be no yang.
Who even likes the sun anyways? You can't even look at it for very long. Let's see.
And you can always be too close to the sun.
It looks like the lineups are set, but I'm not really sure where some of these champions are going, so I guess we'll find out as we go into champion select here. Let me...
I'm guessing it's going to be... That's a good question.
Right? it's
very... Diana jungle, probably.
Hopefully.
Oh no, it could be Detective Cone in the top lane as Diana. He's known to play both, I think. We shall find out, I
Yeah,
guess.
I guess we will. There's quite a few options for both teams, but I expect to see Xayah AD against Jhin, Morgana support, and a Thresh support. Diana in the jungle, Lux in the mid lane. You know, actually, maybe it's not as tough as I thought. I just didn't want to use my brain.
Sometimes you just must let your brain go.
Yeah.
Go with the motion of the flotion of the ocean.
the yeah, the Doshin, baby. Sorry for the amount of yawning that I'm doing. I'm super tired. But sleep stops no man from casting a game of League of Legends.
Oh, and by the way, from the game that has passed already, Spooked is your MVP. With 6 out of the 8 votes.
Awesome.
Quite a unanimous decision, almost.
Dropping that cheese in the chat. Smelly.
So it looks like we are seeing the Rengar top lane and the Diana jungle. I don't believe I've ever witnessed It's a Bison playing Diana. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure he has quite the capability to play the champion if he chose them.
It looks like the secret tech is Ignite Smite Diana. Farm up to 6 and pray you don't die.
5 ignites, let's see it.
I hope so.
Come on, Zorpox.
Yeah, Zorpox, get in there.
Set fire to those happy little trees.
Zorpox on the Morgana mid's a really comfort pick for our little Jamesy boy. Really likes to press W and use the black shield as well. So, really good comfort pick. Annie for Juice Me Ashen. I haven't seen a lot of it, so I'm going to give the edge in that matchup to Zorpox, since I know he's pretty practiced on that Morgana. Menbung, Skarner. I have to give the edge in that matchup as well to Skarner. Just due to the amount of play that Menbung has and has played that champion quite a lot. So, but otherwise, I'd probably say these lanes are a toss-up. Jabberman Kurtz in the top lane, kind of untested as far as LCS goes versus Detective Cone, who is on definitely more of an aggressive, kill-oriented champion.
And I mean, once again, I could see it still going the way of the Scion, you know? You bring in the Comet and everything, and even though Rengar is, you know, does provide a little bit of damage, like, early, you know, it's Scion's base damages early, and with the shield able to tank up a little bit, that's quite a bit of damage as well that he can trade back onto the Rengar while soaking up quite a bit as well. So, interested to see how that lane goes. I think jungle is going to be a little bit of farming, maybe some invade from Menbung, just because that's kind of a standard. Mid lane seems like it should just be a pretty safe lane with a Morgana Black Shield. I think unless you see a binding come out and land on Annie, I don't think you really see much. Bot lane as well. Thresh lane's a good hook. That could spell trouble, because Jin's 4th auto definitely will cut through a Lux. And even just Thresh damage with Ignite will cut through a Lux. But on the same token, you get a Lux landing, you know, a Q and an E onto Jhin, and Xayah able to get any sort of feathers in them, lots of damage will be happening.
Yeah, I think if Gert's able to land the CC, that bottom lane's definitely on the side of BJS. So yeah, looks to me like they have plenty of CC or ways to get them the Zion, the Lux locked down. That it shouldn't be too tough to really dominate that lane with Jhin Thresh. Jhin Thresh is just a very potent combo with the W from Jhin, the Flay, the hook. You know, it's just so much that you have to keep in mind while you're trying to pick up a little bit of farm or harass a small amount with the Lux. I think it's definitely going to be tough.
Oh yeah, we mentioned Zorpox already, but I forgot Zorpox back in the game this time.
Yeah, Zorpox is back in the game. We might have messed that up on the champion select boards, but Zorpox definitely one of our premier support players and our premier mid players for the split. Absolutely fun to watch Zorpox play. Another good minute of spectator delay. This is what dreams are made of. Spectator delay. All right. So what team do you give this one to? OP, what are we looking at?
I just because it's a little bit more standard and it's got your standard tanks in it. I wanted to say Universe 6 here, but just with the champion pools, you know, there's quite a bit of snowball on the side of BJS, so we'll see. I mean, I like I said, nowadays with just the having 2 tank comps, I feel like that's a super strong way to go. And you've got a Skarner and a Scion, and then Thresh for your little off tankiness with CC. But if Diana somehow gets snowballing, or if Rengar gets snowballing, that could just equals a dead Annie or a dead Jhin or even a dead Thresh as well, really quickly. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think we'll see. It's just all on the fact of whether or not there's going to be a huge snowball from the side of BJS, or Universe 6 is able to hold them off, get tanky, and deal the damage to the targets they need to. Alright, I'm gonna at the end game. Sorry for any people that are yawning in unison with me. I know it's a bit of an issue.
And only one person without a skin. Ooh. Almost all like cosmic/lunar skins, except for Detective Cone with a mecha. Wrecked.
Rectoroni, indeed. Alright, there we are. Yeah,
and then Universe 6 is actually Team 4 skin.
Uh-oh.
So that's something.
Gemman Kurt's not having a Scion skin? What's going on? It's like everyone's most played champion ever since the rework. Alright, and we will start off with the pause as soon as we both load in here. Pause to start the game. Alright, we gotta wait out that 30 seconds so that we're able to see the game for what it is. So once we get to 30 seconds of delay here, we will begin. And 30 seconds of delay. There we are. 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Be good. There we are. Both teams are making their way out onto the Rift for another bout in this league that we call the Legends.
What time are you at?
27, 28, 29,
Oh, yeah.
30.
Sit down.
And here's a dance party in the mid lane.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Get that lo-fi hip-hop out of here. It's time for the memes. A little bit of an auto trade. It's a dance park. Alright, enough of that. Back onto the game. The beautiful dance party on the Rift. There you are, fam. That was the excellent DJ. We are another standard start from both sides of the Rift. Thank you for staying up late with us to see that epic dance party in mid lane and Hector Cone doing some of the things that Rengar's do, using trades, yada yada. So interesting thing to note, Bison did end up going with, oh my goodness, the damage from Detective Cone, but did end up going with Ignite and Smite all together, so pretty epic. More of a Shaco build than a Diana build, like Swoop getting played in by Gert.
Ooh, yeah, lots of damage coming out there.
Wow, Detective Cone getting Jabman Gert Splash igniting, and both go down the first blood over to Rengar.
Yeah, the Ignite definitely helping out there, and the explosive damage from Rengar, but was able to trade it back at least, so it's something.
Rengar definitely just wanted that kill. Bloodthirsty, that's the only way to go.
Bloodthirster, anyone?
Bloodthirster? Twitch? Hey? Apparently it works. You see a little bit of poke damage. There's really not too much action going down this bottom lane for you're coming in.
Ooh,
Missing
that
the
missed
play. Pretty critical.
But the Ignite's coming down.
Oh, and the hook, the death sentence going on the Spook. Meanwhile, Flash is giving them the Blade Caller, trying to get some return damage onto Gert and Panic. But, Gert's almost going down, but Panic at the top out, able to zone him off with a Deadly Flourish. One kill gun over to the side of U6. Pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Lux early. There's gonna be very little they can do in trades if, you know, they take just a little bit too much damage.
Yeah, I was really surprised that they ended up losing that trade altogether when the Thresh play was just whiffed on that Lux. But I guess all that matters is the less the damage. Panic top has super low to stay in this bottom lane, but give me a little bit of poke damage. Frontlash keeps getting Panic with a few of these.
Oh!
Spook getting the damage out into passive white from Lux taking out.
Gets that passive auto off. Oh,
Jabberman jumping around, trying to get Jabberman Kurtz down. Trying to go on a vent bug now. That was a little ambitious. Detective Code going low, going out of his fight. Gert getting close to the hook there, but just barely missing the spook. Spook gets away. Free with a little bit of a
Yeah, and Detective Cone having that ignite there is gonna miss a pretty decent wave here. Looks like a wave and a minion or so. For that, does have the serrated Dirk now, but Scion picking up a Ruby Crystal and does have Ninja Tabby at this point, so gonna be pretty decently tanky at least.
Yep, I hear the way you counter AD top laners is to build Ninja Tabby and Sunfire Cape and Thornmail, and then you just win the game.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Something like that. Bramble Vest maybe, and Bomby Cinder might be the early items you go for. think one salty top laner once said. Panic at the top hat meeting his counter 4 auto attacks onto a ward.
So good.
So
Much
good.
outplay.
It's so hard to outplay. I remember when they had to edit that from 5 hits because of the like Jin can't take it out. That's taking a lot of damage from Scion. Oh my god, Jabberman Curse just lay it in with the axe.
Yep, that's the power of Scion.
He's got the flash
Collapse.
and Gert landing the death sentence, and good night, it's a Bison. Getting caught out in his own jungle. Some more damage on that over.
Oh.
Zorbox coming in with the flash ultimate onto 3. Landing the stun down, but getting taken low and getting taken out by Menbug. Looks like Panic at the top hat going down a little bit to the Ocean Break and a little bit front lash as well. Pretty close fight there. Menbug
Oh,
just
no
he
mana
should be
from
out of there.
Spooked. Oh, and in the top lane as well, Cyan took down the Rengar.
Yeah, it's actually
And
1
a
to
couple
3
kills, yeah.
versus 3 to 1. I didn't realize. I think our directed camera is just taking a lot of issue with that. Menbug getting
Yeah.
some farm, some stuff, yada yada. Oh man, that Diana skin is so pretty. There's flowers
It is a
everywhere.
pretty.
After getting caught out going for that blue buff last time, I'm sure its Bison's a little bit happier than just able to pick it up here.
And the Diana did decide to go with Electrocute. Good call, I think. That'll be good for assassination purposes.
It's like Detective Conan is just losing super heavily in these trades against the Bomby Cinder, Boots, Ninja Tabi, Scion here. It's just so tough to deal with.
Yeah. And it's like once he jumps in on the Scion, he's gonna get slowed, he's gonna get knocked up, so there's no escaping at that point.
Crunch getting rooted at play, but the ultimate coming out from Front Lash. Menbug giving him the stinger, suppression, and goes down to Panic the top hat. Oh my goodness, here comes the curtain call for Spooked, and goodbye. It's curtains for Spooked.
Yeah, I think the flash there from Thresh was a little bit over necessary, but nevertheless they did secure the kill. They secured 2 kills there. Gonna get some decent damage onto the tower as well.
There's a lot that can be said about that flash getting rid of the Xayah ultimate, so Skarners is able to kind of walk in and do what Skarners do best and give him the sting. So I think
Give him the sting.
I think it worked out. I think it worked out at least in favor of 3-6. So.
Oh my god.
Cone getting low. Noxus slams into the tower. Good night. Oh
Yeah,
no,
the AoE
Detective
damage.
Cone. Another death sentence landing with no follow-up there. It's a Bison trying to 1v1 the Fed Scion, getting a little bit too low. Kind of just walking out so he doesn't die. Meanwhile, Dragon going down as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Diana might be their hope here because it look Jabberman Kurtz looks like just gonna be building a ton of armor, so gonna be maybe the Diana will be able to eventually kind of trying to take care of the Scion. But at this point, not so much.
Diana's able to get online and maybe make something happen in this mid or bot lane. Kurt roaming up, the Timber's going down, and the death sentence going down. Zorbox taken out by the support.
Yeah, didn't get the Black Shield off soon enough to stop the Annie stun, and then it was just, they were able to kind of chain everything from there.
Yeah, they flayed away, I believe, the Black Shield, and then it was just gone. It looks like a play's being made in this bottom lane. Menbug speeding in like the speedy little scorpion he is. The curtain call going down. Frontlash getting suppressed. Curtain call going down and a bunch of damage from the side of U6. Please choose Miasha, taking out Frontlash.
Yeah, they're playing their comp really well. They've got the tanks, they've got, a Skarner who's just an ult bot at this point. Gert playing the Thresh, who's a CC bot, like, and then Annie, not to mention that, has
Yeah, they just have so much pick
a nice stun.
potential. I mean, just everything in their comp has good CC. It's really hard to be a lonely, AD support duo and try and get away from that or anything. Props to Gert really for pulling out some of these clutch hooks when they're needed.
No, that guy sucks.
Yeah, that guy's bad.
But yeah, I mean.
But look, another Death Sentence goes in, lays down the box. Might be a bait though, as Diana comes in on the back line. Diana takes out 2 for 0.
And that right there is what they needed. They needed to get Bison in on some of these fights, and as you can see, Bison doesn't have much for items, but the Diana still hurts. And I think Spook kind of just chaosed that kill there, you know. Could have probably been better onto the Diana, but that's just me thinking that.
Well, sometimes,
But,
you know,
obviously,
we have the mage supports.
Spook knows what he's doing, so.
When you take these mage supports, it's generally not bad to just give them kills too. I mean, you're getting CS, right? It matters.
I mean, the Lux basically is another AP carry.
Right?
Already got a needlessly large rod there, so that's good. And the Dark Seal. Of course, you gotta give over the kills at that point. Dark Seal stacks.
Sion taking down that top tower. Very early.
Ooh.
Lots of damage coming out. Wow, Panic on the top hat just absolutely deleted.
Spooked hitting the, hitting the root there.
The light button,
Very nice, finishing it off. A lot of damage coming out from Bison. That electrocute doing a lot of work there. I believe also smited. So, few ults, auto attacks.
Zorfox getting all the but Spook coming in for the secondary. Zorfox looks like he's gonna go down to Jet, and Gert's another death sentence. Gert takes the kill.
Gert takes the kill. Never a surprise to hear.
Oh no. Spook? Gert's trying to post up on Spook to let him know what's good, but Spook says, I'm gonna poke you down, and Gert says goodbye.
Meanwhile, Frontlash gets the bot tower though, so they get a trade off for it at least.
Yeah, a relatively decent trade all said and done. Getting the bot tower is pretty big.
I mean, overall, they killed Panic at the top head, Zorpox died in the mid lane, and then they got the bot tower. Ooh, Spook is staying really far forward, and
Panic at the top head getting doped by It's Bison and by Detective Code, going down to Detective Code in the end of the day, blowing a flash as well. Gert's kind of tapping into the team, getting rooted by Frontlash. Frontlash taking down Gert in a surprise turn of events there. Looks like this game is a lot of back and forth.
That was really good on Frontlash. Threw the feathers ahead, so that way when Gert walked through it, was able to take him down, or was able to land the root with the feather recall. So very nice, kind of knowing where they were going to be at the time.
Oh, here comes Menbong with that big old stinger. Rip Zorfox, and down. And here comes Frontlash going down as well. Jeez, Menbong's a monster. Oh, wow.
Really good play there from Menbong. Waited until the Black Shield was gone, that Annie popped it, and then just realized that he was going to kill Zorpox super quickly, didn't waste the ult on him, and then turned to Frontlash right afterwards.
Some people would call that calculated. Alright, Spooked. Taking over the mid lane, it looks like, from Zorpox. You're not my mid laner anymore. Get out of here. I have the 4 kills. Spook's just getting the wave clear down. Not too much going on. A little bit of Rift Herald action happening. Directed camera doesn't like seeing neutral objectives being taken, but there it is.
Ooh.
Rift Herald going up with the blue team. Not a lot of action. Menbong kind of speeding in, and then, oh my goodness, the unstoppable onslaught. Spook taking a ton of damage. Spook going down to Menbong. Gert landing the play, and the Tibber is coming out from Juice Miyashi. doing quite a lot of damage to Diana. Diana's staying alive. Staying alive.
I like that version. Uh-oh.
Curtain call going out, trying to take out the guy in the side. Looks like front lash is going to be the one taking out Gert instead. And Detective Cone goes down. Menbug ignited, might go down as well, but the shield.
Oh, the shield!
Just barely saving his life alongside that potion. Panic at top hat still going for this mid turret. They just want it so bad.
They're probably just gonna get it, yep.
There it is, it's gone. The ultimate coming out from Spook doing a little bit of damage. Flash forward from Spook.
Nice play.
Getting the life binding, and down goes Juice Miyashin to It's a Bison following up on Spook's play.
Yeah, the Ignite also came in from Spook there, trying to secure it. Let's go with that.
Secure the kill.
Maybe a little bit overkill once Bison showed up, but hey, that's alright.
But Spook's the carry. Look, Spook has Spook's 4 of the kills.
Exactly.
Spook is the carry.
Ooh, they're really far. Oh,
there goes Menbug getting the ultimate down, but Spook escaping. Just barely landing light binding onto 2 and walking away safe.
Oh man, the point blank death sentence and he whiffed. That would have been what might have been a sure kill.
Wow, yeah, I can't believe nobody died from that. Not even the dragon went down. Just a lot of good zoning coming out from the side of BJS to try and save that dragon.
Yeah, and it's another Ocean Drake, so that's really good for the late game of U6, because if they get to those late game fights and they have, you know, and you're always looking for objective based stuff. So if you win a fight and you're low, with that regeneration will hopefully keep going.
Melted. Menbug saying, I don't need to smite this, I want to kill. Running up forward for taking the blast cone over, trying to catch It's a Bison who doesn't have a flash. Front lash going down immediately, Panic at the top end. Excuse me, I was taking out It's a Bison. Here comes the curtain call, trying to catch one of these last 2 out. Menbug coming around on the back side, and 4 of those shots landing onto Spook. Spook getting stunned out. Gert landing the death sentence onto Zorpak. Spook getting taken out by Juice Miyashin, and Zorpak's walking away with his life.
Yeah, just getting caught in the jungle can't happen.
Yeah,
especially not with this team comp.
Yes, when there's so much CC to be had and chase potential coming out from, you know, all of the members really of U6, it's just so tough to deal with. Rengar coming in, stealth, Juice Miyashin getting absolutely deleted. Zorpox, however, going down to the deadly flourish as Detective Conan tries to take out the backline. Oh my goodness, a 4-shot flash. Gert flashing forward, getting the death sentence for the death sentence on the Detective Cone.
The death sentence writing the death paragraph.
Yeah.
For Detective Cone.
You googly, as some would say. Yeah, Gert's just kind of trying to write the eulogy of BJS.
Oh my god.
With so many death sentences. All in a row. Oh jeez. I need to stop making these buttons, but I can't. They hurt. Alright, as we're coming up here into the mid to late game, Baron up in 15 seconds, and U6 finishing their reset to try and get back out onto the map. Grab maybe some vision control around that Baron.
Menbug's just taking all the buffs.
Menbug don't give a shit, dude. Menbug like a honey badger out there, 5-0.
5-0-7.
Yeah, I think that gives you honey badger status when you're 5-0 on a tanky jungler. Spooked in
but we
front
got
line.
a flank coming in here from Spooked.
Looking for maybe a flank on a Juice Me option, but they're, I think, spotted out by the light binding, and maybe they're playing a little bit safer now, seeing that ultimate come out from Rengar. I believe it's the Unseen Predator, unless that's Kha'Zix. Jetman Kurt's taking the dark binding here.
It's Thrill of the Hunt.
Thrill of the Hunt. Got him. Thank you. It wasn't very thrilling. All that he used to do was
Unseen Predator is the passive, yes.
Yeah, I got it. You know, there's like 140, and at least I remember like 1 or 2 abilities. That's pretty good. Oh my goodness, just laser down Juice Me Ashen. Too many bindings, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there's not a whole lot that, you know, U6 can do about that. If somebody gets caught like that, they're just gonna die.
I think maybe the best option there is just buy QSS, which is always a pretty good option in games with high amounts of CC.
Or you can buy a Zanya's.
Or you can buy a Zanya's. It would work too. Kind of follow that AP itemization. But maybe it looks like Annie's opting for the defensive route, the more defensive route with the Banshee's Veil.
Uh-oh. Menbungs is definitely caught in not a great spot at this point.
Detective Cone going in, trying to root Menbung. Menbung with a stun. Tons of damage coming out. Suppression. And a kill. Oh, almost a kill. Going down. But Menbung is the one that ends up getting taken down by the Tormented Soil.
Wait. The shields from Lux kept him alive. Oh, and it was a failed flash over the wall, too.
Yeah, it was
Holy,
just so...
somebody clip that if you're watching.
We were talking about 5-1 Honey Badger, but it looks like 5-1 Honey Badger overextended just a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Panic looking like he's overextended as well, but says, screw it, I'm gonna try and auto-attack this push. And goes down immediately to the 2 assassins.
Yeah.
Wowzer.
The pop damage.
Yeah, just absolutely pop.
Insane.
Whew. So now Scoop here, gonna do some more wave clear. The best part about League of Legends, so I hear, is wave clear.
I mean, if you can get that Diana and Rengar onto the backline like that every time, they can pull this off. BJS can do it. They can go.
They're not out of this game.
Yes, they're behind, but yeah, they're only down by 1.8k.
Which is not a lot in 23 minutes now.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely doable. I mean, they've got the same towers and everything, essentially, so it's not like they're super behind in that sense. There's just been a few more kills thrown the other team's way. Thrown U6's way.
Yeah. The support Lux build lol. Yeah, I agree. You don't build support Lux, let's be honest. You just build Lux. Spook landing another light binding onto Gert, trying to follow it up with some more damage. But looks like U6 is going to group up and try and take the 3rd Ocean Dragon of the game.
Yeah, there's no vision, so it's kind of hard for them to walk in. Ooh.
Spook ends up getting it, but they're kind of in a split fight here. Juice Me Ashen going down. But here comes the unstoppable onslaught from Scion, Jetman Kurtz. Zorbox with me, an ultimate, but not doing a whole lot. Detective Cade on the backline trying to get Kurt, but the death sentence going down, taking him out. Kurt survives to see another day. And that is it. Almost 3 days. Minus Juice Me Ashen for Universe 6. Now they're going to take that straight to the bank and straight to the Baron.
Yeah. Black Shield was blown right off the bat, and then, you know, the multi-man Scion ulti into just some AoE damage, and the team was picked off pretty well.
Yeah, I was really
surprised. Yes, they killed Annie right away, but that was it.
Gert was actually able to live through the burst of a Rengar on Thresh, which is pretty impressive. Zorfox trying to lay down the Tormented Soil and almost getting the Baron. That would have been pretty rough, but it looks like a decent smite or a decent 4th shot. Detective Kate coming in. I want that red buff. kind of a sloppy fight though on the side of BJS. I think they didn't really play their game plan of getting those assassins down on the back line and getting them kills, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Diana's still coming online, does do a lot of damage, but if, you know, you can't pop an Annie or the Jhin right away, then you're kind of just gonna die with, you know, a Thresh being there, Annie's for CC. You'll have, you know, Skarner ulti, all the CC from Sion. Like, if you don't pop somebody right away to make it worth it, then you the fight's kind of over for your team.
Yeah, I think it almost has to be the Jhin at this point because the Annie's starting to build up those resistances to match damage. It has a giant shield. And another unstoppable onslaught taking down Spooked out of the mid lane. Good night, sir. Good night, Moon. Good night, Sun. Good night, Light.
Uh-oh.
Here comes the curtain call, and it's curtains! For front lash and curtains for Zorfox, but Panic at the top hat, trying to run away from Detective Kane. Detective Kane coming in, Clutch getting that last kill on the ADC. Well, might save them the game, but Detective Kane going down as well. A full ace.
Yeah, that was just walking in the wrong area at the wrong time. They tried to go around that wall with almost the entirety of U6 being there. Maybe not the best positioning play.
Yeah, and I think they got the targets they needed, but at the same time, they're just having so many problems with the damage from the tanks and the amount of CC they're able to put out. You know, I mean, I don't even think Menbung was there for that fight. It was just...
Menbung was split pushing.
There's the Menbung Splash Ultimate. Goodbye, Spook yet again. There's so many picks and no QSSs into the pick call. Sion really wants this tower, but ultimate comes down from Zorfox, landing a kill onto Kurt. Menbung also going down to One Flash on the Blade Flash. So looks like a pretty decent pickup for the 2 lost inhibitors, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough for BJS to really get back into this game.
Yeah, and because I mean, Menbung can basically 1v1 or 1v2 almost anybody with that Triforce at this point, and it is starting to build a lot of other resistances, like has the Randuins, has Word Treads, you know, is building more and more tanky, so it'll be harder to kill him, but he'll still have all the damage from that Triforce too, so...
Absolutely. He's tanky, he's done a lot of damage. It's so hard to deal with that sort of champion where you have all that CC and pick potential as well as the damage to really convert on any almost 1v1. It's really tough to deal with. But we're seeing a little bit of way clear light finding landing on the Panic Compact, not really converting into much. But the side of U6 is starting to converge onto the bottom lane to use the pressure that their inhibitors are going for. So. A nice little taking of the Scuttle Crab and just kind of walking around. Lots of good vision on the bottom side of the map from the side of BJS. I mean, you want to take a look at these wards. They have almost all of this jungle covered. Able to spot out any of the members of U6 that they can. So if they're able to maybe convert that vision, that strong vision, into a pick, that could be pretty good for the side of BJS.
Yeah, it's just very worrisome just because U6 is starting to get really tanky at this point.
Yeah, it's not like they can take out the Sion or the Thresh. It Spice is a little bit out of position here, but not quite out of position enough to go down. So Menbung trying to run away from Detective Cone.
Ooh.
And the flash more from Detective Cone, but not quite enough to get out of the Skarner CC. Skarner able to escape and continue pressuring that top.
Yeah, there was just no follow-up at that point from Zorpox. The rest of the team had kind of backed off after that.
Another Dragon going over to the side of U6. Good. Scoop getting shouted at, And the unstoppable onslaught coming in, and the death sentence landing, taking in Gert on the back line, getting behind him, trying to get something down on the door box, but down goes It's a Bison with the Tibbers. Gert kind of in deep in that back line. Here comes the curtain call. Looking for some more picks in the back line here. On the side of U6, Membo kind of doing some more harassing, and down goes this tier 2 turret. Membung given the flash of the BF Fiora emote, forcing the flash out of Zorpox. As the third inhibitor goes down for the side of U6. Rengar ultimate being incredibly loud over spectator clan, but not really accomplishing much as I don't think this team feels very threatened. They're gonna ride all three of these big minion waves into the base. BJS doing all they can to try and get a pick here. A big ultimate coming out, but I think there's gonna be some healing from these three drakes. And another ultimate coming out from Skarner. It's a Bison getting taken out by Panic. Panic on top of doing loads of damage with that force shot. Well, Skarner's just wreaking havoc in the backline. Goodbye, Zorpox. This Panic just absolutely smashing on Jin. Membung going in again and once more, trying to get some more picks. Another curtain call. I feel like I was just seeing this ability. And a force shot landing on the Spook. The Spook using the regen. And down goes the Nexus. A very late night game for me. I'm very sleepy. And the game is over. Alright, now if someone who knows how to make a straw poll would please put the MVP poll up in the chat. That is Universe 6 victory to take the series to 1-1. Very well played. Actually, you guys should go back and look at the clip of the dance off. It's pretty epic, I will say. OP, who do you think your MVP is for this game? Oh, I'm casting alone. Hello everyone, it is just me. No one will join me. So, the MVP for this game in my heart is Membung. Membung came in absolutely crushing on the Skarner. Just so much CC laying down. So many big picks for the team, setting them up for objectives. Really well played, I think, overall by Membung. Not to say that the rest of the team didn't do well. Panic at the top hat dealing loads of damage on the Jin, and Gert coming in with some clutch death sentences, as well as the Tibbers ultimates being really impactful, and Jetman Kurtz obviously going 7-1 on Sion, doing extremely well there for himself. But personally, Membung, you did a great job getting the picks that were needed for the draft. I went to yours, and you did fuck it up, but it's fine. I'm going to give it to Skarner. There we are. A couple of votes for Annie. I could see that because Annie was super clutch in some of those fights, sacrificing herself for the greater good of the team. But ended up doing loads for the team overall. Let's take a look at those damage charts. What really matters here. You see the damage charts are actually definitely pretty heavily in the favor over here of the Sion being the difference maker in the top lane. And with the Jin as well doing 20,000 damage to the opposing team on a very strong champion. So yeah, overall pretty good. Also, I just realized you can't see anything that I'm talking about because I'm looking at the black screen of in-game 2.
Change your overlay.
I know, I just realized.
Yeah.
XD fam.
Yeah.
Oh well. It's 1:15, sir. I can't show you damage charts at 1:15 in the morning. I'm exhausted. I'm just trying to talk all by myself now, Sean.
Dude, yeah, solo casting sucks, dude.
Solo casting's tough.
It really is, especially if like you're actively trying to do it, as opposed to like, well, I'm solo casting, so YOLO, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, the best dealer who cares. I hope. Did we get a clip of the dance party in mid? Let's find out.
I don't know.
Why didn't you guys attack us?
Okay, no lie. Saw 3 ignites, and then backed out like a pussy. We were like,
To be fair, you had 3 freaking ignites, John. You had 3 ignites, and I don't know about you, but last I
on your
checked,
jungler.
last I checked, I haven't been using any alternative mathematics, but I'm pretty sure 3 beats 2 in that kind of situation.
Hey,
You
OP, thanks for the
ignite
sub.
on your jungler.
You know what? I only wished I had flash like twice that entire game.
Yeah. There you go, man.
And this is why I shouldn't listen to Spooked.
Well,
He said go 5 ignites.
a couple of very close games overall. I think they both ended up going a little bit how you expected out of the champ select. So out of the MVPs, what do you think went right for you those games? What do you think went wrong? We'll start with you, Menbong.
Well, just to be frank, I think the team that won was the one that had their actual laners in the correct roles. So there's that. But no, we played really well. We didn't take the advantage of having a Scion in the first game that was like, massively ahead, and then Spooked got just huge, and we couldn't deal with the Twitch after that. So it's just like if you can't see him, and then when you do see him, you're dead. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that Twitch really assassinated those backliners on your team. It was really tough to deal with. So
Yeah, we didn't deal with that well.
I think they should change it from backliners that game to rogues,
Cannon
because
fodder.
they went rogue a lot. They killed our rogue line.
the rogue line.
I mean, let me tell you how this went. Hey, let's group up. Spooked. Almost in their enemy base. Nah, I got this.
Yeah.
Well, Spoop's build too was like so weird for me as an AD, but like it ended up being so effective. Just building the Bloodthirster second, and using it to like burst down everyone and sustain through the damage, and be able to dish out the extra expunge damage. I think it actually ended up really well. So I was really surprised at that.
He says that he's been experimenting with it in solo queue, and I guess it's been working in solo queue, so he decided to try it here.
Yeah, look. I mean, it looks great, you know. So, no complaints from me. I was surprised to not see an Infinity Edge at all. But I guess at the end of the day, you deal a little bit more damage to tanks sometimes taking the Blade of the Ring King. So. Really
I'd like to point out, in the other straw poll, guys, I actually got 3 votes. The one that wasn't supposed to be voted on, so I won that one. I won that one, folks.
Nothing gets voted on because I don't know how to make votes. That's what's the.
It was obviously it was a team effort, guys.
Yeah, it was a team effort.
We shouldn't divide ourselves with an MVP on certain games. Come on, we don't need to single people out. Come on.
Well, helping the stream.
I totally didn't kill Frank in like the first, I don't know, 10 minutes of the game. That wasn't
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw that play.
No, I didn't see anything.
No, I didn't see it.
Frank was like really low, and I landed a hook, and it was like obsessed, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go in on this, and I didn't mean to.
Chat, do you guys have any questions for our MVPs before we close out the stream and take a snooze? Please let me know. I'll give it until 1:22. So you have all the time in the world. 2 minutes.
That's 4 minutes on my clock. I was like, holy crap, dude.
That's 2 minutes on my clock, and I'm sticking to it.
I
so
mean,
chat doesn't have questions.
Technically that's 3 hours on my clock, but we're not gonna go there.
Jesus, we're not. I can't. I hate that you still have 3 hours. I'm jealous. Oh my lord. Oh. Yeah. Let's see. So I think both teams ended up kind of forming a snowball over the course of both games. I'm just kind of going off of it here. What do you think was able to really help you start off the snowballs and then convert it into those late game wins? Membung, give me that answer.
Well, one team had more snow in the first game, So they were.
And the other team had more balls. Is that what you're saying?
No. Like they make more balls, and it's like when SpongeBob has his little fort, and then it gets bigger and bigger. No, okay. And then Squidward just goes crazy.
Ooh, Ruyan asks a real question. Why was Gert making my 5th stack so hard to get? Gert?
He answered.
Well, first of all, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm pretty sure those social dancing courses paid off because I was dancing with Elliot that entire game. Like,
Fantastic.
Social dancing courses? That sounds like you're the most socially awkward person ever.
I mean, you're not wrong though. Like, I would
you
totally take that
described
award.
as social dancing courses.
I mean, I don't know. It almost looked like Elliot and I were doing like some sort of mating dance for like bugs, where like the victor killed their mate. You know, like he finally got it though. Like at the very end, he ignited me. He just like walked up to me, ignited, and then walked away, and I died, and that's how I got it.
Chill. All right, y'all. Well done for the stream. That's gonna be it from me. It is Betty bye time.
Real quick, if anybody, I have 3 slots available left. For CLG, Echo Fox, and Team Liquid. If you want to be the GM for them, we're gonna do a little mock draft thing sometime soon, hopefully.
Cool. All right, y'all. Good night.
I hate you, Gert.
We will see you tomorrow at I believe 10 or 11 for the Sunday night game. So look forward to that. Thank you so much for stopping by.